Hello, everybody. How are you today? My name is Mr. Saki. I have no eyes. I really don't have any teeth, but I'm still Mr. Saki because I am a sock. And we are doing socks today. Look at all these cool socks, everybody. Hello. Guys, it is Cheesy Sock Day. Good to see you all. So for Cheesy Sock Day, we're doing cheesy sock stuff. Fun times. I hope you all have your cheesy socks on. Crazy. I mean, you have to put your cheesy socks on. We could do anything with socks, guys. Look, you can wear them in your hair. You can wear them on your feet. You can wear them on your pants. And there's so many different kinds. Look at, oh, they fell off the table. But look, all these. If you ever wondered what you could do with all the leftover socks from socks that get lost in the dryer or wherever, maybe not the dryer. Look at, I mean, there's all these socks and they have no matches. Have you ever wondered what you could do with them? Well, these have matches, but they're just crazy. So I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with these mismatched socks. I've made a couple of things already, and we're going to make one thing together. So here's one thing. I did not make this one, but this is a sock snowman. Isn't he super cute? You can make like little stuffed animals. You can make other little stuffed animals. Here, I'll show you. You can make, look at the different kinds of things you can make out of socks. You pretty much make whatever you put your mind to. So if you have leftover socks, don't throw them away because there's tons of stuff that you can do with socks. You don't have to simply make stuff out of them. You can use socks. You could use socks, any kind. Let's just say you have this one and I don't know what to do with this and I don't want to throw it away. So you could maybe want to use new ones. I don't know. It's totally up to you. But you can make like a potpourri bundle with it. So that would be a neat thing to do. You could use brand new or old if they're not yucky, gross, but you could use socks as a washcloth and you've got that, okay? So now you can bring it in the tub with you and scrub a dub. You can use socks to dust your furniture. So now you've got dust rags. Perfect. You can use a sock to level out furniture. So if your table's like, oh, I'm so wobbly, you can take a sock and just kind of fold it up however you need to, put it right under that table leg or chair leg, and make it sturdy. Perfect. All right, what else can you do? You can make a rice heating pack out of it, and then you can use it to relax those sore muscles. You can use a sock, maybe a bigger one. You can use a sock instead of a baggie to hold your game pieces. Great idea. You know how sometimes you open up the games and they have a million pieces and then the pieces just explode all over the place? Well, guess what? This sock has no match. Let's put the pieces in the sock. Great idea instead of using plastic baggies. Let's see what else you can do with socks. You can make a pet toy. Look at this. This is 3 socks that I took and I simply braided them together, and now my dog is going to have a toy that we can play tug of war with. And he's gonna love that. And if he's anything like my dog is anything like your dogs, or your dogs are anything like my dog, he will also have that torn apart in a matter of minutes too. You can make an ice pack out of socks. You could just take your sock and put some ice in there and use that to, always, it's a good one. You can use a sock, just like I was saying when using it as for rag, you can use it to polish your shoes. Shine them up, shine them up. You can use these socks that have no matches when you have glass items. Let's just say you're moving or you need to pack something up and you ran out of tissue paper or bubble wrap. you can wrap it up in a sock to help protect it. Now it will be safe. Good. You can donate socks to the pet places. They could always use them for toys or rags or whatever they want to use them for as well. You can use them for your golf clubs. Put them on the end of your golf clubs. Here's an interesting one that I am not positive would work, but it was in when I was looking things up on what you can do with socks. It said use socks to help not get paint stains on your shoes when you're painting. So what you would do is slip a pair of socks over your shoes, and while you're painting, if you drip, it would drip onto the socks. Now, personally, I think it would drip right through the sock onto your shoe as well, but maybe you just need a better sock, or like 5 socks. So I don't know. I don't know if that one would work, but it gave that recommendation, so you could give it a try. You could also use socks to use as an eraser on like a dry erase board or a chalkboard. That was just some things you can do with socks. There are so many others. That was just a couple. I showed you one thing or 2 things. You can make a snowman, you can make a dog toy. Look at this. I took this little beanie baby, I took a sock, and I made a shirt for it. Isn't that cute? So that was something else. And what else? Oh, look, this, believe it or not, is a sock. It is a can. All I did was cover the can with a sock with some hot glue. Then I decorated it, and now it can hold whatever I want it to hold. So I could put you can put brushes in there, or like your makeup stuff, or I'm going to use it probably for scissors and pens and markers and pencils. So that's just a few things. Now what we're going to make together is a snake, a stuffy snake. Oh, and while we're at it, guess what I forgot to take out, everybody? Since we're all together here, don't mind my cabinet. I forgot to take out the stuffing for my stuffy snake. Sorry, everybody. Got it. We're good. So in order to make a stuffy snake, you're going to want a long sock. So I'm going to take this long sock. I'm going to open it up so I can make it flat. Okay, let me move the snowman and Mr. Monkey here so you can maybe see a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to make it so that it's kind of flat like so. Okay, there we go. Now I just want to make, so what I want is the heel of my sock, I want that flat. It doesn't have to be, that's kind of like my choice. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and hot glue that. If you're using hot glue, everybody, grown-up supervision, you can burn yourself quite bad with a glue gun. Hot glue hurts a lot when it's hot and it gets on your fingers and then it sticks to you and it's very hot. Okay, so I just kind of made the back of it a little bit more flat. Okay, that was my first step. Then, yep, there we go. Oh, actually before that, before I even did that part, I actually had prepared, can you see that? A tongue, and then I have some googly eyes here, and then I made just some little felt eyes to put the googly eyes on, just so that I'm prepared, that's all. All right, so, all right, I did that part. Now, I am going to put the tongue in. So I'm going to take the toe of the sock, open it up, and then push it in. Okay, so I opened it up and I pushed it in, and I'm going to glue the snake's tongue into that little section. So that's like right inside there. That's what I'm doing right now. So more hot glue, more supervision, everybody. All right, so I took that, there we go. So now, okay, that part's done. And that is that part, okay? Now before I start stuffing it, I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyes on. So I made little pink spots for the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue eyes pretty close to the tongue. Here we go. So those are the spots for the eyes. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the googly eyes right on top of those. I'll show you in just a second what I am doing. There we go. Quick, easy peasy. And there you go. So that's the beginning of my snake. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to face it this way to me because I'm going to start filling it with stuffing. I'm just going to take a little bit at a time because you won't be able to stuff a whole bunch in there. And you just want to start stuffing your snake all the way in there, okay? So you can, as much as you think you can fit in at a time, go ahead and start stuffing. And you can make your snake or whatever. If you're not making a snake, I mean, you don't have to make a snake because there are other animals like I was showing you in that picture. But you can fill it, you can make it super stuffed, or you can make it kind of squishy. So then you wouldn't make it as stuffed if you want it to be a little bit squishier. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just filling him up. Fill the snaky on crazy sock day. Isn't this so neat? All the different things. Like, who would have thought you don't have to just wear socks on your feet, everybody? Did you know that? You just wait too. And I'm so excited for Miss Jackie's craft too. She has a craft that's really cool too for the bigger people. That shows us. Okay, before I stuff it anymore, I'm going to go ahead and do this last step. The last step shows me, I can get my directions. Oh, yeah. All right, so the last step is to make the tail. To make the tail on most snakes, the tail's a little bit pointy. So I have to take my handy dandy scissors here and make a little, and cut a point. So I'm going to make it so that it looks like a point. Boop, and boop. There we go. So before I finish stuffing it too much, whoops, I just made it so that see how it's, I'll put it this way. There, see? That's it. So now I'm going to stuff it a little bit more until I can't stuff it anymore. Then I'm going to be hot gluing that together. Again, hot glue, people. Grown-up supervision. I do not want anybody burning themselves. And this part especially is going to be really tricky because this point is very tiny. A trick for hot glue to help not maybe glue your fingers, there is a little trick that I use, and well, I'm not using it right now, but if you were to get some tweezers that could help you, or you could even use the scissors, I suppose, too, so that your fingers aren't going near where the hot glue is. So that is a thought. But tweezers would be good, especially for this, since you're kind of going to be squeezing the ends of this together to close it. So what this is, what's cool about this project as well, is that it's no sew. That means you don't need to know how to sew, which is a good thing for me because I don't know how to sew. So I don't have to. You don't have to sew. You're just going to use the hot glue. Glue them together, or glue it together. I'm just going to say it because there we go. So I have one side glued together. Now, before I do the other side, I just want to make sure, first off, that that side's nice and tight closed. Ooh, that glue wasn't totally dry yet. But I also want to make sure that I have it as full as I would like it to be. So I'm just going to stuff it just a little bit more because I would like the tail to be a little bit more full. And I think that that would be pretty good. So now I'm going to glue this side so that it is closed. I'm just kind of doing a little bit at a time. Yeah, that one got the stuffy part out, so I might have to work on that section just a little bit. That's okay. Once I have the rest of it glued together, I can work on that section. If you want to get really fancy, you can fold the sock part in so it's not sticking out like mine is. I was going to do that, but I know that that will take a lot longer, and then the video would be a lot longer. So really, I'm saving you guys. Isn't that nice of me? So the hardest part is this very end part, because that stuffing is really trying to get out. And then the glue is trying to attack me, so it's like double whammy. So I'm gonna let the glue dry for a minute and stuff that stuffing in there and try again. And my end, I might just put a little, for some reason my sock, when I cut the, when I cut that into a triangle piece, it really started coming apart actually. My sock actually did. It came off into two pieces, like the pink part. I don't know how to explain it, everybody, sorry. All right, so it's dry enough that I can go ahead. I'm gonna just try and push this stuffing inside so that I can really get this together. There we go. This will be much better. And that's actually even still a little bit wet. The glue, the hot glue. It's not really hot, but it's sticky enough that it was still sticking. All right. So I'm not really touching the glue, because if I was, I would be saying, ouch, just so everybody knows. I mean, I'm kind of touching it, but not like enough to burn myself. But anyway, that's where big people are really going to come in handy. Or, like I said, that pair of tweezers would be perfect, because the hot glue is not really going to, you can get the hot glue off of the tweezers a lot easier. And then you won't be touching the hot glue. So it would be a great idea. Tweezers. And there is my Stuffy Snake. It's like a little stuffed animal snake. It's actually really soft and comfy. So another idea that you can do with socks. How cool. You guys have fun on Super Crazy Cheesy Sock Day. I hope you guys come in and show us your crazy cheesy socks on that day. And I hope you try to do these. I hope you can use some socks that you have at home, because I'm sure that you have some sort of leftover crazy, I don't have matched type of socks at home that you can do something with. So you can, you know, make a cool, and you can even give this stuff out as gifts. And the adults in your life and even your friends would probably really like this stuff. And like I said, there's so many other things that you can make. So create, and do something with your socks. It's like recycling, everybody. And recycling is good. Get it done, guys. Have fun. And yeah, and if you make a cool sock snake, I would love to see it. Or any of this stuff. Maybe make a little shirt for one of your animals. That would be awesome. Or if you make a toy for your dogs. Yeah, I would love to see it all. See you guys later.